folks? It's your jack of all trades, master of none, Papa Nerd here for all your casual geek needs. We're back again today playing a little bit of Heroclix for you. My friend Matt was nice enough to come on over and play a game with me, so he's still fairly new to the game, still learning the rules, so this was just very casual, friendly game, so that way help him learn the rules a little bit more and then feel a little bit more comfortable with it for future games. So nothing super competitive or anything like that. And then down the road, probably doing a few more videos similar to this with my son Anthony as well too. So I hope you enjoy the gameplay footage, maybe learn something new, and then yeah, be sure to stay tuned for our future videos. All right, we're here with Matt. We're doing a little gameplay demo of the Avengers versus Master of Evil starter set. So we're going to do our first game with it here. Matt's got a little bit of experience. We've done a little bit of starter set play before, but otherwise you're pretty new.
Pretty new.
All right, well, that's fine. Well, we'll go ahead and start with initiative roll. So you got a theme team of 4. I've got one of 5, so I get +1 to my roll. So we'll see who wins the roll off. All right, well, I got an 8 to Matt's 4, so looks like I get to pick the map. Let's go with... We'll go with the castle here. The castle looks kind of fun. All right. And then, Matt, you get to pick your starting zone. So which side do you think you'd like? You either get this side here or this side down here?
I will go with this side over here.
All right. Sounds good. All right. We're back again. We're all set up now, so... I'm ready to take the first turn, and we'll go from there. We also each get 3 team probability controls, so we'll just use a dice here to mark the number that we have. And then, yeah, I'll get us started here. So we'll start with Iron Man, I think. We'll have him pick up Black Widow and go.
Go time out. Don't I go first? Because you rolled higher, didn't you?
Yeah, I won the initiative.
All right, yep.
We will have Iron Man go here and drop off. You know what? We'll have Iron Man go there, and we'll have him drop off Black Widow right there.
So Iron Man flies, but Ultron doesn't, huh?
For whatever reason, yeah, the Ultron of this set does not fly. I don't know why. You would think he could, but for whatever reason, he can't seem to do it, so. And then I think we'll have Captain Marvel go next. She's got 10 squares of move. 12, actually. Go ahead and move in here, and we'll carry the Hulk with us along the way. Just mark her with an action token. And then we'll have Captain America here go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, can't quite get all the way up there. But that's okay. We'll also have Captain America go right there. And yeah, that's all I got. So we'll pass it over to Matt.
Alrighty, I'm going to have Zemo head up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Zemo.
Okay.
And then can I use 1 to pick that up? Or
You just, during your movement, you pick up the object. So you pick it up off the map and then just set it on his card to show that he's holding on to it.
Alright.
You can set it on his character
card.
Yeah.
Sure. So Zemo, and I'm going to move Ultron up 2.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 10. I'm going to head here with Ultron.
Okay, sounds
Pick
good.
this up on the way.
Sounds good.
That's my 2 actions. So
And you actually have 4 total because Baron
I got
Zemo.
2 more. That's right.
Yeah, Baron Zemo's got leadership as well. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
now just remember with Red Skull for his outwit ability. So if you want to be able to turn off somebody's power, he has to be able to see him. So he has to have line of sight to him. So just something to keep in mind.
My heroes block my own line of sight.
Yep, characters block line of sight.
I'll end here then instead.
Okay.
So I'm going to move this action token over here so it's pretty clear. And then I'm going to move the Winter Soldier up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll end there. So that's 4 actions, and I believe my turn.
Yes, sir. All right. So Captain America does have leadership, but I didn't end up adjacent to anyone. I just didn't have quite enough movement to make it. So Won't be rolling for leadership, but let's see what we got here.
So red lines will block adjacency.
So red lines are elevated terrain.
Right.
Yep. So to be considered adjacent, you either have to be on the same level of the elevated terrain, or if you are on the two transition squares, so let's say one person was right here and the other was right here, you can still make a close combat attack there.
Okay, sure.
Yep. So you have some options. All right, I think we'll start with the Hulk here because he has charge. So we'll have him go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's gonna bum rush Ultron here and try and give him a smack, and he's gonna pick up the light object along the way. And yeah, he'll try and slap Ultron in the face because why not? So I've got a 10 on numbers. I got an 18 for a total. What is Ultron's defense?
Ultron's defense is 18, but it's orangish yellowish.
So that means he's got the impervious ability right
impervious.
now. Yep. So I do hit. Now Ultron does have probability control, so would you like to make me re-roll that?
I think I'll save my probability control.
Okay. Fair enough. So so then you have the impervious ability, so now you get to roll. And on a 5 or a 6, you just shrug all of my damage.
Okay. Nope.
No. So you will be taking my normal 3 damage. I have +1 because of my object, and then Hulk actually modifies the damage by an additional +1. So you got 5 damage coming your way, but you shrug off 2, so he takes 3 clicks.
3 clicks, all right.
Yep. I put our object back over there.
3. All right, you got Ultron back.
All right, mark Hulk with a action token here. And then I think we will go ahead and do Captain Marvel. She's got hypersonic speed, and then if she does manage to hit while attacking with hypersonic speed, then she gets a free charge afterwards too. So I'm going to have her go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'll just go right here. She's going to go right there, and she's just going to try and beat up Ultron as well, too, because why not? So I got a 10 plus an 8 is an 18 versus Ultron's 17. So that's going to hit.
And that is impervious again?
So he's got invulnerability now. So you don't get a roll to try and shrug the damage. He just automatically reduces it by 2.
Okay.
However, you do have some theme team probability control. So that means any of your characters on your team can use it. So would you like to have Ultron use that theme team probability control and make me reroll my attack?
Do I have his the one?
He lost his innate one, so he when he got clicked down, he had it to start with, but if you look on his down now, he lost it. So he doesn't have his own probability control, but he can use one of your theme teams. So that's fair. So I'll go ahead and I'll reroll then. I still got an 18. So I'll smack you, but I only deal. So I deal 3 damage, but you reduce it by 2, so you just take 1 click.
All right.
And then I still get finished moving with my hypersonic speed, so I only moved a few squares there, so I think I'll just go 1 right there. And then afterwards, when Captain Marvel uses hypersonic speed and hits, I may use a charge at no cost. So I'm just going to go ahead and boop, charge back in there and smack Ultron again.
Go for it.
So I got a 17 this time.
And it is 17 on the defense.
17 exactly. So that one's going to hit. Would you like to use another theme team probability control?
No, I think I'm just going to call it a day for Ultron.
Okay. Well, then he's going to take another 3 points of damage, but he reduces it by 2, so he just takes 1 click.
Well, never mind. He's still got some in him.
Still holding on? All right. All right. We'll go ahead and double mark Captain Marvel here since she went. And then I think we will have... Still got 2 actions left. You know what? We're going to have Iron Man pick up Black Widow here. We're going to reposition since it looks like the fight's going to be happening mainly over on this side for right now. We'll go like that. And then Cap here. Hasn't got much going on. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just going to go right up here and he's going to try and help support the rest of the team. All right, there's my 4 actions, and it's back over to you, Mr. Matt.
Alrighty. I'm going to hit Captain Marvel with Ultron.
All right.
So I start with a 10. And it looks like I rolled an 8.
Yep, an 8 will hit her 18. That's going to hit.
Alright.
I do have invulnerability, so I reduce it by 2, so I'll just take 1 of Ultron's 3 damage.
Okay. Now my penetration, do I still have that?
So you currently have... Oh, yes, I believe he has a Precise Strike. Is that what it is?
Precision Strike.
Precision Strike, yep, so that actually does... Or no, Precision Strike, my apologies. Precision Strike is the one that makes it harder to...
The damage taken
can't be reduced below 1, yep, and that also affects super senses, which I don't have super senses, so
okay, cool.
Doesn't change much there. He has phasing teleport. He does have what's it called? He has regeneration, so you can actually. So instead of using your action on Ultron to hit me, if you want to, instead you could roll a dice and heal him half the result.
Okay.
So
I think I'll do that instead. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So go ahead
one
and
dice?
Yep, just 1 dice.
All right, and I will heal for 1.
1.
Love it.
So not very much.
Better than none. All right. Then I will come in with Winter Soldier and hit Captain Marvel.
Sounds good. So he's got a few things going on here. So he's got... So he has Precision Strike as well, too. And then he also has... I think it's Range Combat Expert. So it won't help you.
Correct.
So it won't help you right now, unfortunately.
All right.
What you could do... I do believe he has Sidestep, which is a free action. So if you want to, you could roll a breakaway roll for a Sidestep.
And then do a range
and then do a shot at her instead.
But she has the...
She does not have...
Supersonic, or the one where she can hit and then run back.
Yep, so that won't affect you right now on my turn. On your turn, yep. So
but it doesn't make much sense to move back. Oh, I can't make a ranged attack from here.
Right, yep,
okay.
you'd have to make
I will do that. I will use my side.
You have to break away first since you're right next to her. So you got to roll a d6, and on a 4, 5, or 6, you're able to break away.
But I'm plastic.
So, yep, that's right. Yep, he has plasticity. So, yep, you'd break away at anything but a 1. So, yep, so he steps away.
They're all plastic, but I have plasticity. So he steps away. Then I'm going to make a ranged attack with him.
Sounds good.
Start at an 11.
Yep, 11 versus my 18.
Alrighty.
And yeah, that's more than enough to do it. You know what? I will use a theme team. Oh, wait, no. I wonder if I can... I don't think I can target you with my theme team probability control if you have stealth and you're in lines of fire by this character. Oh, when it's not your turn. Okay. So yeah, I think I can use a theme team probability control. So I'll make you re-roll it.
Alrighty.
And actually, since you have range combat expert, it's actually a 12 instead of an 11 because you have +1 to hit and +1 damage.
Oh, +1 damage too. Great.
Yep. So +1 to each. So
6 plus 12
is an 18. That'll still do it. You know what? I'll just let it go. I'll let her buck. So you do get +1 damage. So he's normally what? 3 damage. So he does 4. So I'll reduce it by 2, and that will change up some of my power. So I'm not quite as tough anymore. So
alrighty,
that will affect me.
Then I'm gonna knock you out with Baron Zemo.
Oh, one thing we did forget to do. We might as well do it now, real quick. Baron Zemo does have leadership, so he gets to roll for that at the beginning of the turn. So both Winter Soldier and Red Skull were near him. So why don't you roll a d6, and on a 5 or a 6, he gets to remove an action token from one of them. Okay, doesn't matter anyways.
Alrighty.
So who you
leadership does give me an extra action. So.
Yep, still gives you an extra action no matter what. Yep, just gives you a chance to. So is Baron Zemo going to take a shot?
Ranged shot at Captain Marvel.
Now he does have Blade's Claws, so if you do your sidestep to get into melee combat with her, then you could do your Blade's Claws.
Attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Now walk me through why would I rather do the Blade's Claws versus the ranged attack?
So right now for his regular damage, he just does 2 damage.
Okay.
But with Blade's Claws, you roll a d6, and that's how much damage you deal instead.
I haven't been rolling too hot. Maybe 2's a better option. No, I'm kidding. I'll take the odds.
All right, so you can sidestep up, so you can move up to 2 squares. Yep, so there you go.
And then I'll roll my 2d6.
Yep, so you get a roll for your attack now. So he's an 11 versus my 17. Yeah, so you're looking for a 6er here.
What does my object do for me?
So objects, I do believe you can't use it during Blade's Claws. So this Blade's Claws replace it. So normally if you're just doing your regular hit, you could use your object to give you +1 damage. But I don't believe you can do that when you're using Blade's Claws. I could be wrong on that, so if I am, let me know in the comments.
All right. So I got 8 there.
8. Yeah, I think I'm just taking it. So go ahead and roll a d6, and that's how much damage you're gonna do.
Alrighty. Ooh.
So you would do. So normally, how it works is if you would do less damage than your printed value, you do your printed value -1.
Okay. Well,
But he does, 2 minus 1 is 1 still. And I do have toughness, so I reduce your 1 damage to 0. So not quite what we were hoping for there.
Red Skull is thin right here, right?
Yep. Red Skull is right there.
Okay,
so
cool.
you still have one more action with Red Skull if you'd like to.
Yep. And I got the range to Captain Marvel. Do I have the line of sight though?
I would say from here it doesn't look like you do, because it looks like Baron Zemo is going to be blocking you there.
And I do have sidestep with it.
You do have sidestep, yep. So you could
sidestep up. And now, do you think I have line of sight, or do I need to take another step?
So I'm still learning the ins and outs of line of sight, but I would still say Baron Zemo's probably blocking you there.
So I can sidestep 2 spaces.
Yep.
1 there.
Yep. And then you could still.
Oh, but I can't make a ranged attack from here.
No, but his melee and range I think are about the same. I don't think he has any additional range abilities at the moment. So he does have the free poison. But that's only if you don't move. So since you sidestepped, it won't be able to activate this turn. So.
All right.
But what you could do now, since you sidestepped up and you have outwit, is you could outwit my toughness, and thus make it a little bit easier to deal some damage to me if you'd like to.
Now, why would I not do that?
You might want to use your outwit for something else, but since I'm the only one really in range of you and you're trying to take me down, it would make the most sense to probably.
So I'll outweigh your toughness. Do I have to do anything for that?
Nope. Just happens automatically.
All right, great. So. And I'm going to roll to attack. So I start with a 10. What's that white square on my 10 mean?
So that's your attack ability. So that's your special trait.
Which is my Dust of Death?
So if you look on your card, it's the little fist. Oh, flip it over.
Okay, yeah.
So see the fist?
So it's a poison. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just
at some levels of my clicks, I don't have that.
Right, yeah. Your abilities will change as you take more or less damage.
Ooh, snake eyes.
Well, that would be a good time to maybe use one of your theme team probability controls.
I think I will. I reroll them both.
Okay, 9. Much better. Yeah, no, I think I'm just taking it here, so I'll be taking 3 clicks.
Oh, is that enough?
Yeah, that's just enough to knock out Captain Marvel, so she is toasted.
So then he gets an action token?
Yep, he'd get an action token. So everybody on your team for now is double marked, and I'll take away Captain Marvel's action tokens there.
Oh, appreciate it.
Oh, well, that was rough.
Was it? I feel like it was rougher for me.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal exactly. But that's okay. All right, I did lose a dice. Is it underneath your chair there? Did it go down?
Oh, I see it. I see it. Slippery.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, back over to me. Well, we'll start with Captain America's leadership here since he made it up to an ally. So we'll see if we can take an action token off of Hulk there, which we do, which is nice. And then, I think we'll, the only people who are double marked are Black Widow and Hulk at this point. So I think we'll be utilizing Black Widow here. So she's a little bit better in melee at the moment, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we got. So we'll have her take a shot for right now at Ultron. We got 4 range, so we can hit him. So we're in 11 versus Ultron's 17. We'll give it a try and see what happens. Yeah. We got a 10, so that's a 21. And then you do have 1 theme team probability control left. So do you wanna use it, or you wanna hold off?
You're just gonna keep on hitting him. I think I should save it for later.
All right, fair enough. Well, yeah, I do 3 damage, but you still have invulnerability, so you just take 1, I believe.
Now, can I make you re-roll? Somebody of mine lets me make you re-roll. That's
Ultron did start with probability control.
He doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So how much do I take? Did you say?
So I deal 3 damage, but I believe you still have invulnerability, which reduces it by 2.
Okay, so I take 1. Alrighty.
I was hoping to kill him, but not so lucky. So we'll just have Hulk stand there and bash Ultron. So he'll give you a slap.
It's probably going to hurt.
We got a 7 plus a 10 is a 17, which I think hits.
Just barely.
All right. Do you want to use your theme team probability control?
Now, Captain America doesn't have line of sight. Iron Man does have range, though.
He does, but she's double marked and he's double marked. So neither one of them.
I think I will then. What's your starting? 10?
Yeah, I've only
17. Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. So last theme team probability control is up. I still get him.
Ooh, that's rough.
So I would do 3 damage. You reduce it by 2, but I think that's still enough to take out Ultron.
Yep, he does have an A symbol there. Does that mean anything to me?
That just shows what his set is. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Alrighty.
So he's out, and then he just drops his object that was on his card in his space there, which is good for Mr. Hulk there because he likes picking up objects. All right, and then I clear Iron Man and Cap, and that is it for me, sir. Back over to you.
Now I can't do anything. I have to.
So Baron Zemo does have leadership, so
he can clear one of the 2.
Yep, he can try and clear.
I'll try to clear Red Skulls.
Yep. So go ahead and roll a d6 on a 5 or a 6.
Hey,
so Red Skull gets to clear an action token.
Alrighty. So
and then any of these guys with free actions can still use free actions while double marked still. So if they have sidestep or anything like that, they can still use those. Outwit, anything there.
I think I'll sidestep up to here.
Okay.
With Winter Soldier.
All right.
Oh, and then I get to do 1 action with Red Skull.
Yep, you still have an action with him. So you could stay where you're at and shoot. You could move, whatever you wanna try and do.
I think I'll actually just poison, because poison only hits enemies, right?
Yeah, only adjacent enemies though. So right now you're not near anybody, so
okay.
can't do that.
And I'll take a ranged attack at Hulk.
Okay.
Does he get bonuses because he's in the green lines?
So I would have +1 to my defense because I'm in hindering terrain, so I do have +1, so I'm on 19 instead of an 18. And then as well, I do have invulnerability. So Captain America over here might be a better target though, so he would be
good line of sight on him.
Yep. So he does have energy shield deflection, which gives me a +2 to my defense. But if you want to, Red Skull has outwit, so he could outwit my energy shield deflection.
I think I'll do that. I think I will outwit that.
Sounds good. So yeah, you're just looking for to hit an 18 then. So looking for 8 on the dice.
Yep.
7.
Not quite there.
No, I don't think you have any probability controls or anything left on the team. So.
Nope.
Oh, one thing we were forgetting about. So Baron Zemo does have Perplex. So he could be using that to either buff up either an ally's attack bonus or debuffing my defense. Would you have wanted to, maybe buff up something?
I can do that even though he has 2 action tokens?
Yep, it's a free action to use Perplex.
Yeah, I would buff up his
attack. Okay. That would make sense. So that's fair.
You'll let me do that after the roll?
Yeah, no, yeah. We kind of forgot about it. So,
all right.
Yeah, that'll be just something we have to remember that he does have Perplex. But you know what? I'm going to be a jerk and make you re-roll it anyways.
Okay.
Do
I get to keep my extra bonus from Baron?
Yeah. So your bonus still stands. So you're an 11 versus an 18. So you're looking for a 7, which that'll do it. So he does do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. If I can click. There we go.
All right.
Which is unfortunate, but.
And then I clear these 2, and he gets 1 more.
Yep, so he would get an action token. And then these guys can still have sidesteps they can do if they want to.
I already sidestepped with him.
Yep, you sidestep with him. Did you want to sidestep with either of these guys?
I
could sidestep up with Red Skull, so that way he's in a better position for next turn to do poison.
Sidestep up?
Yeah, so you could step there. But then he's also in combat, or he's, obviously in
Didn't I sidestep with him once already?
Not him. You did with Winter Soldier, but you haven't done it with
sidestep up here then.
Okay. That's fair.
He's going to get punched in the face, but he'll get some poisoning back, so.
There you go.
All right. I'm leaving Baron Zemo.
Sounds good. All right, well, back over to me then. I will start with, Captain America doesn't have leadership anymore, so I'm down in action as well, too, so that's not super fortunate. I think we will have
Iron Man. Oh, he doesn't have leadership at all, right?
Yeah. I think we will have Iron Man go ahead and do some stuff here.
He's good at that.
He is good at stuff. Okay, so he does have... Okay. He has Force Blast, but that's not really helpful right now, so we won't worry about that. I think what we will do is we will go ahead and move. So we're going to pick up Black Widow here with us. So we're going to 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to pick up Black Widow, drop her off here. And we're doing a running shot, so we'll move there and we'll shoot at Baron Zemo, I think.
So can I stop you there for a sec?
Yes.
So it looks like when you fly, you can pick up and place all around you. They don't have to retain the same positioning relative to each other.
Nope, yep, just as long as they're adjacent to the person who was carrying them.
Okay.
Yep, so you can drop them behind or wherever, so kind of some different cheeky things you can do with it. But yeah, we'll shoot at Baron Zemo. He does have, what is that? Is that combat reflexes? I think it's combat reflexes, so I won't help him.
Is it? Is green?
Yeah, that light green.
Yellow, yep, combat reflexes.
Alright, so I won't help him for this shot since I'm shooting him at range. So an 11 versus his numbers. It gives us 17. Is he a 17 defense?
Looks like he's got an 18.
He does have an 18. You know what? Iron Man does have probability control, so we'll use his probability control here.
Okay.
Oh, 4 not going to do it. You know what? We'll use our last theme team.
Oh, you really want to hit him, huh?
Really want to hit him. Black Widow. Give him. There we go.
Nearly a crit.
All right. So yeah, that'll definitely hit him this time for 3 damage.
3 damage. All right. 1, 2, 3.
And then I think we'll just have Hulk go ahead and bash Red Skull. He'll just try and give Red Skull smack. So 10 versus his numbers gives us a 3. So that's not going to do anything for us. So
Right.
Can
Can Captain America do anything?
He can, yeah.
Because this would be considered line of sight, right? For either of these two.
So he is going to go 1, pick up this object, 2, 3, 4. Put the object there, and mark himself with an action token. There we go. And then we'll clear Black Widow, and that is the end of my turn.
Alright. So, I think first off, what I'll do is I'll poison with Red Skull.
Sounds good. So Hulk, and it's penetrating because Red Skull's all special like that. So Hulk takes 1 penetrating damage for free.
And I don't have leadership with Zemo anymore, do I?
Does he have leadership? I don't believe he does. No, he does not.
So I'm down to 3 actions.
Which works
That's
out
not
okay.
a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
He does have Flurry and Blade's Claws now, which is pretty good. So that's definitely helpful. He does still have Perplex, so he can perplex either his own attack or his own defense, or takes down my attack or defense.
now I see Captain America's at the 4 mark on his.
Yeah, he's at his 4 click right now, so he's pretty close
am
to
I
dead.
allowed to know from that how close to dead? So he goes from.
Oh yeah, you can look at other people's cards. So if you
Okay,
look
cool.
at my card,
Okay, yeah, he starts at 1.
yep. So
All right. So I think I'm going to use the Flurry and the Blade's Claws Fangs
Okay, sounds
on
good.
Captain America.
Did you want to perplex up your own attack for this attack?
No, I want to save that for Red Skull and Hulk. Oh, I don't have an action on Red Skull.
Yeah.
I'll save it for Bucky. Can I use it on Winter Soldier and Hulk later? If I move them?
So you could reduce Hulk's defense, yeah, if
Okay,
you want to
sure.
do that. So, all right, sounds good. Well, yeah, first attack. Go ahead and give us a roll.
I'm swinging at who now?
I think you said you're going after Cap.
Yep, that makes sense.
So he does have combat reflexes right now, so I do have +2 to my defense.
So you're at 19.
19, yep.
But I'm at a +1 or 2.
You are at +0. So Flurry just gives you 2 attacks, and then
Oh.
Blaze Claws lets you roll for your damage.
Reroll for my damage?
No, just roll for your damage. So instead,
Oh, that's
do
right,
crit
that's right,
damage you
that's right.
roll. Yep. A
Okay,
10 will do it
there.
though.
And I roll for my damage.
And honestly, right now, I would say don't even bother rolling because there's a chance you could roll a 1. And
Oh, I
not
don't
kill
have
him.
to roll.
Yeah, yeah. So you can choose whether or not you want to roll. So you can do your 2 printed damage there, and that is enough to take out Captain America.
Alright, and then I get a second attack, correct?
Yep. So you can go ahead and smack Black Widow there.
Or can I
since
pick
she's
up the
there.
item before that? Or is that.
You only pick up an item during a move action. So
Okay,
since you're not
okay.
moving, you can't do that. Now I do have shape change, so I get a roll of dice, and on a 5 or a 6, That just means you don't get to hit me.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
So, fortunately, the second attack, not going to do anything for you.
Alright, so he gets an action token. And Winter Soldier has a range attack. Is this line of sight, do you think? Or should I move?
No, not quite, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would be, unfortunately, be blocked. So, you do have sidestep, though. So, I mean, you can sidestep wherever you need to
I'll
go.
sidestep over here.
Yep.
And make a ranged attack.
Oh, I think we already gave Baron Zemo an action earlier. Because I think both of them were clear, and yeah. Right. So, but we'll get one to Winter Soldier here if he's going to do an action. So, he sidesteps there, and then do you want to shoot at Hulk?
Yeah. I got range combat expert.
Before you make your attack, do you want to use your outwit on Hulk's defense ability? He has invulnerability right now, which reduces damage taken by 2.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll take away Hulk's invulnerability, and then you perplex now his defense -1, so he's a 17 now then.
17. And what else do I have on Winter Soldier? I got that white square.
Yep, so that's for your movement. So you have stealth and sidestep, I believe, for that.
Okay, cool.
He does have the precision strike, which won't really help in this case.
Oh, right.
And then he does have the range combat expert, so that gives him a +1 to hit and +1 damage.
Okay,
so
great.
You might be able to take out Hulk in one shot here.
Okay, let's see.
10, yeah, that'll do it. For 4 damage, and I don't have invulnerability, so 1, 2, 3, 4, just enough.
All right.
Takes out Mr. Hulk.
And now that, I believe, is my turn. I gotta take these 2 actions off him, though.
Yep, you get a clear Red Skull. Did you want to sidestep him anywhere? Because he still has.
I can't sidestep when I poison, or can I?
So the way it works, you can do things in anywhere that you want to. So sidestep's only or poison's only requirement is that you haven't moved that turn. So yeah, if this character hasn't moved or been placed this turn, deal 1 damage to all adjacent opposing characters. So you can poison first and then sidestep afterwards.
All right.
So yeah, you can sidestep if you'd like to.
Now do I want to? I don't know where I would go. That would be better. Would you say he is blocking Winter Soldier's line of sight on Black Widow?
No, I would say he can probably see her.
Okay. But he is blocking it on Iron Man.
Yeah, for sure. Black Widow would be too. So.
Can I get 2 actions? Can I go here and here?
Yep, you could do sidestep there.
Okay, great.
Yep.
I'll do that.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, back over to me here. So I will go ahead and, you know what, I'll just start with Black Widow. I think we'll have her try and take out... Yeah, we'll have him try and take out Baron Zemo, I suppose. Or have her try and take out Baron Zemo. So I do have Close Combat Expert, so I do get +1 to my attack here. So we'll see if we can smack him. So 12 plus 5 is a 17 on Baron Zemo. Does that hit?
It does hit.
All right, and I will be doing 3 + 1 for my Close Combat.
I do have, is that toughness on my?
Yeah, the orange square, so that would be toughness. So you reduce my damage by 1. So okay. I do 4 damage, but you'd reduce it down to 3.
Okay.
Which I think will be enough to take him out.
I believe so. That it is.
All right.
There goes Baron Zemo.
I'll steal your action token here, and then I will sidestep with Black Widow and go 1, 2 right here, I think. And then from there, that was an extra one. And then
that wasn't Black Widow's, no.
No. I think we'll have Iron Man go ahead and do a running shot here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, like so. And he'll take a shot over there at Winter Soldier, I suppose. I think he has. What is it? Combat reflexes right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's green. I don't see the green.
The light green. Yeah, it's the light green. Yep.
Yeah, that can be hard. That can get confusing.
Yeah. So he'll take a shot. So yeah, an 11 on numbers. We got a total of an 18 coming your way. I think that's enough to hit him.
Well, it says 18, but does my combat reflexes give me anything?
Only in melee, not versus range attacks.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Iron Man's shooting at him. So.
All right.
So that'll hit for 3 damage.
3.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Still up.
Sounds good. And yeah, that's all I got. I'm all done. Back over to you, sir.
Alright, so I got running shot on him.
Right, yep.
I got precision strike, which is... Do either of you guys have super senses? No. I can tell just by looking at the characters.
Black Widow does have super senses.
Super senses?
Yep, she has super senses.
Just she's such a savvy spy?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
She's got shape change and super senses right now, which makes her a real pain in the butt to shoot or attack.
So I think, and I have my tactical retreat, my running shot. What does that do for me?
So running shot allows you to make a movement, and then so you can move up to half your movement and then still shoot. However, you are in melee combat, so you'd have to make a breakaway. And if you fail the breakaway, then that just means you stay where you are and nothing else happens.
And nothing else happens.
Yeah.
But I could do a melee attack.
Yeah, yep. You're more than welcome to do a melee attack. So he does have the precision strike, so that would negate my super senses to some degree.
Right.
Which wouldn't be bad.
All right, I'll do a melee attack then.
Sounds good. I do have shape change, so we'll roll for that first. So on a 5 or a 6, I get to.
Can I outwit your shape change?
You could, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that yet. I am going to outwit your shape change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to get my shape change roll.
All right. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Would that have been enough?
That would not have been
enough. Oh, shoot. All right. All right, then I'm going to make the melee attack. 8.
8 plus 10, 18. I think that's more than enough to hit her. Yeah, I've only got a 17. I do have super senses, but because of your precision, I only make it on a 6. Oh, ooh, that's a bummer. So she'll be taking 3 damage from Winter Soldier. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Briscatios.
He gets an action token.
And he gets an action token.
And I will make a ranged attack with Red Skull. Sidestep. I got my poison. What else? I got my toughness and my black. I already used my outwit, didn't I? I wasted it. Alright, I'll just make my ranged attack then. It does the green.
So that hindering terrain would give me +1 to my defense.
Then I think I'll sidestep first.
That's fair.
And then make my attack.
Sounds good.
We got 18.
That'll do her.
I do 3 damage.
Yeah, she only had 2 clicks left, so she is toasted.
Alright. That's an action token on him. Can I take that action token?
You sure can.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. Yeah, over to me. I'll clear Iron Man. That's about all I got.
Oh, yeah?
Back over to you.
You only had the 1 token, I thought.
He had 2.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. Then I will make a ranged attack. No, I will clear. I have to make. I clear last, right?
Yep, clears.
So is this line of sight, would you say? I would say so, because you go from the center to the center.
Yeah, I would say you could probably see him from there.
Alright. And my range is 5, so I'm good to go.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Anything on me that you want to outwit? I do have energy shield deflection, so that does does give me +2 to my defense normally. So
yeah, I'm shooting a 10 to an 18.
Yep.
I need an 8 or higher.
Oh,
there we go, close to a crit even.
Yeah, I just take it.
All right.
Actually, you know what? He does have prop control. I'll make you re-roll it.
Okay.
Might as well. So that'll still do it.
Rolling hot at the end. And then I will clear Winter Soldier. And did I put one on him just earlier?
You just put him one on him now. So, yep, so he's double marked.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I suppose at this point, things are looking a little dire for the Avengers.
Well,
we'll just sidestep back here, I think, and then we'll take a shot at Winter Soldier, I suppose. So I do have range combat expert, so that puts me on 11. Plus a 10 is 21, so should be more than enough.
Yep.
And that would be for 3 damage. So you do have toughness, so that does reduce it by
Do we take 1?
No, you take 2.
Oh, shoot. That's enough.
All right.
Oh, it reduces it by 1. Great. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
And that's
then
back over to you.
Yep. Cool. So I have to clear on my turn.
Yeah, did you want to do any of your free actions, outwit anything
Poison
on me?
doesn't do anything. I can save my outwit for your turn, right?
So the way outwit works is you do it on your turn and it lasts until your next turn.
Okay, I will outwit.
So I do have range combat expert, sidestep, or toughness. So I mean, probably my range combat expert.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I can sidestep too, right?
You sure can.
My poison wouldn't do me any good.
Not right now.
So I think I don't know where you're gonna go, so it's kind of hard to figure it out. I think I will sidestep up here because that gives me more defense, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you'd have +1 if I'm shooting at you. So.
And then, do I have a +1 shooting out?
No, you don't have any
Okay,
bonuses
I'll
from
sidestep there.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then, yeah, I would clear. But I did that already.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll just take a shot at you, because what else am I going to do? So, 10 on numbers. 19. I think that should be enough to hit you.
Yeah, it does hit. I have toughness, so it reduces it by 1.
Yeah, and I only do 2 damage since you outwitted my ranged combat expert, so.
Alright, so my colors all stay the same.
It's good. And then I will
Square 10.
sidestep here.
Okay. My range is
Don't want
5,
you
so I
to.
got 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, does each square add a -1?
Nope, it's just either it's all or nothing. So you either get a +1 from hindering or not at all.
Alrighty. I think. I'll sidestep at the end, I think. That makes sense. What's your range? You have 6? Alrighty. Here's what I'll do. I will shoot you first. So I'm coming from a 10. I got a 10.
All right.
20, and you got 17.
Yeah, no, that'll hit. And I do have toughness, so I do reduce it by 1. So I'll take 2. 1, 2. Nope, that's enough to kill him.
That's game, huh?
That's game. Good game, sir.
Game to you, sir.
All right. Well, yeah, that wasn't too bad. Good back and forth. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. So that was fun.
When you guys started teaming up with my Hulk, I thought I was in deep water, but
Yeah, no, yeah, you managed
I'm
to.
an Ultron.
The trick was you killed him in one shot, so he gets obviously stronger towards the end of his dial. But
Yep.
you being able to take him out in one fell swoop there was definitely the good play on your part. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, there's some good back and forth there, but yeah, no, Avengers just couldn't quite do it. Red Skull, a little too much. All right, well, I hope you folks enjoyed that gameplay footage. Big thanks to my friend Matt for coming over and helping out today. Yeah, like I said, it was just really a game to help him learn the rules a little bit more and just, a casual game between friends. And yeah, I think it was a really good game. It was very back and forth. There was a few moments there where I wasn't sure which direction wasn't go, and so I always find those types of games the most fun. And then, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, a little further down the road, I'll probably be doing some gameplay footage similar to this, a teaching experience kind of thing with my son Anthony as well, too, so be sure to check those out. But otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, and happy gaming.